Welcome everybody as we enter this game. We have a best of three, our first of the day. We're spawning directly on top of Dragon from Millennium. He will be the red Terran, and his opponent is going to be the teal Protoss Flamyblade. Flamyblade is a person I've honestly never seen before, but this is going to be a rather interesting matchup, and I'm especially curious in the voting. I kind of have an idea of how they're going to go, but let's see if people are going to be showing some faith in Flamyblade, because Dragon's got a huge following. And if you guys don't know how to vote, zanderfever.tv/vote will go ahead and let people see the fact that you think Dragon's going to be winning. And as if we look right now, I want to pull up the results so we can see how they're playing out. It's going to be really interesting. Dragon, 97.5%. And Flamyblade's got 2.5%, if I'm reading that, because it's small for me. But I'd say that's a pretty one-sided voting. So Dragon fans out there, you clearly are showing your opinions quite nicely. So right off the bat, big thanks to all of you guys for doing this voting. It is the first day I've done this, and I'm thinking it's a keeper, because this is really funny to see that. Australia? All right, cool. Very cool. Thank you. Need to find out about a team. So yep. So Flamyblade is going to be the underdog, the overwhelming underdog, and he's got a best of three, so he does have a chance to prove his worth. But Dragons is not exactly a weak opponent, and his strengths not only lie in the fact that he's an incredibly solid player with some of the best control ever, and take a look at this SCV. It's actually following another SCV. There we go. Dragon just fixed that. But Dragon has a tendency that can also do very weird things. As all you guys who watch the stream know, I'm sure you're aware of the fact that he can pull some crazy shenanigans and has a lot of fun trolling. And the scary thing is that he can win in pro games with trolling, because it ends up being really strong. For example, we saw him play a best of three against AT Delphi, one of the best Zerg players in the world, and Dragon got 5 bases after playing the 10-minute mark, and he had dozens of command centers. It was a lot of fun, and that was just game 1 of the best of 3. We're going to see what's to be doing in a TVP as of right now, because that's Flamyblade's race. And Metropolis is going to be a very interesting map for this to take place on. But what's really important is the fact that Dragon just got a factory. So he could be doing something really odd. He's actually in a reactor, so he actually is going for a reactor Marines, because it looks a little bit late in terms of timing to be used for the factory itself. We could also have Banshees, because with the close air spawn, once he scouts that, you could realize that that could be a very strong opener that he can do. 3 Marines though at the top, no probe is going to get any kind of scouting. We easily see this wall getting finished with a bunker. Yeah, it'll probably be some kind of weird drop play, most likely with Hellions, now that he's actually begun a single Hellion. And if he can actually, what he can do is build a Hellion, lift it off for the barracks, and build Hellions out of that to make sure he has 4 in time for the starport. But I think he'll be out of time to build 4 when the starport can actually complete his medevac. And then he has 4 Hellions into the line of Flamyblade, and Flamyblade becomes incredibly unhappy. But we do see a second gate now down. He did do a 1-gate expansion, so perfect standard normal play coming out from him. And with the second gateway down, the third one should be coming up, and a robo soon after, as Flamyblade is going to need to get an observer out to see that a drop is coming his way very soon. We already see that there are 2 Hellions done. A little bit of supply block does now end for Dragon, and his starport can't actually build the medevac yet because he doesn't have a his supply block ended. Where is that other supply depot anyway? What's he attack? Oh, he killed an SUV. He killed an SUV so he could make sure he can get out his medevac. He might have actually not even meant to build that SUV, but now we have the command center coming down. So there's the expansion. No supply depots are in play at all, but he will be able to have 4 Hellions for the medevac, and he'll be able to have a full drop coming his way. And the robo may not be done in time to actually see this coming. The observer is definitely not going to be done in time for this. But the expansion is done, and that means Flamyblade is going to have a nice economy. As of right now, we see he's already way ahead in terms of the workers. His warp gate tech is out, and he's getting a stalker and a sentry. And oh no, if he's pushing out, if he's going to go and do a little bit of pressure with his stalker, that's going to be terrible, as sentries do not fare very well in battle against Hellions, because the Hellions do extra damage versus... Huh?
They don't?
Well, no, they require the forces to actually be useful, but the Hellions do extra damage versus light, and sentries are very light with low health. Good force heals, guard and shield, all that stuff, and that'll help. But it's good to have you back. I'll definitely say that.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Just had a family emergency come up, so never good.
Yep, no
But
worries though.
everything's okay.
Yep, we're having a good time. If you want to see something really funny, take a look at the voting on the stream for who the stream thinks is gonna win. It's
I need to look at the voting. So where do I find the voting?
It's right on the stream. You can see it there to the right of the minimap. That's the results for the voting. If you want to vote yourself, zanderfever.tv/vote, guys. Have fun with that, because as of right now, we have 4 Hellions attacking the front. They get this big shot on those sentries, and actually, misclick from Flamyblade actually makes them attack the destructive debris. And there's the elevator into the main base. Finally, Dragon gets his opener, and now we're going to have... Ooh, look at that. We have a nice little line of probes there. 2 of them get roasted quite quickly, and we actually have a lag spike. I hope that was weird. Huh.
Oh, I hope that gets sorted.
I think that might have been me. I hope not though, because now we're gonna have the Hellions come in as they get completely surrounded and death happens for them. Dragon only kills 4 probes, and that's about it. So nice little harassment from him. Not the best that has ever happened, but still it's effective, and that's what matters. Now we're gonna have the medevacs coming in, but it's kind of upsetting to think that Dragon has so much potential to deal damage, but he doesn't get to pull it off. Alright, and so Flamyblade right now is getting out his 3rd gas. He doesn't have any tech beyond the Robo and the 3 gates. He's getting another 3 gates, so it looks like he's just gearing up for a big attack. But Dragon's gonna go ahead and scout this out when he goes for this double drop full of Marines and 2 medevacs. 16 Marines and 2 medevacs is quite dangerous. I do believe he's got his stim not even close to being done and no combat shield either. So these are unupgraded Marines. His natural is done, so that's nice, but he's low eco against Flamyblade's 1 gate expansion. Now I see him pushing in. There's a lot of sentries and stalkers though. Dragon made his drop anyway. The SimCity's gonna hurt Flamyblade dealing with this. He's warping in a few units, but Dragon just goes straight into the natural expansion, and Flamyblade has no blink or anything, so this could actually do a lot of damage. You see a few probes are gonna get targeted down quite quickly, but we're watching as the medevacs are going to heal the Marines, but no stim. Their damage output is much less than they really could be, and Dragon's going to need to retreat. Maybe he's going to lose at the very least 1 medevac. Looks like all of the Marines will be going down. Those stalkers that are warping in should be enough to kill off this 1 medevac, but Dragon does have it, so that... Wow, Flamyblade messed that up. Dragon actually gets away with both medevacs, and he only loses 9 Marines, and in the end his worker kill count has increased to 7, but there's a lot of time lost by Flamyblade in mining, but there's still no stim. So Dragon's not exactly in the lead. He's getting out his upgrades, and that's a nice touch and all, but the Colossus are going to be coming down fairly soon, because the first one has been produced. No Thermal Lance yet, but and now we're going to have this coming in, and it looks like something just died over there. But there is the stem, and right as Flamyblade pushes out, and now we're going to see the real death from the probe line going to be being done, and it forces the entire army back. Dragon stims again. That is now a dead zealot. Looks like Dragon's going to lose a single Marine and go straight into the main now. We do have 2 stalkers getting warped in. Dragon's going to continue being aggressive against this, and it looks like the medevac will be targeted down. And with that, these Marines will die. It looks like they're going to target fire a couple of those stalkers, doing a good bit of damage. The Colossus will pop, but Dragon has seriously been doing work with those Marines, so they have definitely done a good job of keeping Flamyblade back. Give Dragon time to get up his 3rd command center, as well as start his reactor for his barracks. In fact, I think that's actually a mistake. He should be using the already established reactor to get out his Vikings and medevacs, considering the Flamyblade's already got his Colossus out. But with 6 gateways, we have a lot of attacking capacity going to be coming from Flammy soon. Dragon, though, is about to work on his +2 armor. His +1 attack is already done, and Dragon's going to scan. I think he just tried to look for an observer. I don't know if he actually got it or not. He might have, because the stim Marine's got a kill. He's going to start taking out these rocks and trying to move out for a good spot. And the factory over here is just scouting to see if we're having an attack from Flamyblade, but it looks like a drop was repulsed in the main of Flammy. But Flamyblade is really holding his own. We don't know any of his teams. All we know is that he's from Australia, so thank you to Ursidon for that. And we'll see, is anybody else voting for Flammy and thinking that he may win? 3% now for Flammy and 97% for Dragon. It looks like we did see another vote go in for Flammy. It was kind of fun, but looking around.
I voted for Dragon.
That doesn't surprise me at all. You and him are like besties.
We totally are, okay? We are like BFFs.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yes. Alright, so Dragon's third command center is now done. He has to lift it off. He'll probably... I wouldn't be surprised if he actually decided more of a PF. I don't think he's the biggest fan of them in TVP. I may be completely wrong when I say that, but I wouldn't be surprised if he feels a little bit on edge and wants to get a PF to be safer. He may just go ahead and take the risk and get the orbital command anyway, but there are a lot of players that still would choose to get the PF in this scenario. Make sure that Cell Harassment can't can't lose them game. But we have double starport out now, actually, so we're going to see a lot of Vikings coming in. And Dragon does not have any attack upgrades for the Vikings quite yet, but it's about to complete. We have the 2-1 done for Dragon, so we can start getting out his 3-2 anytime he wishes, and that is a nice set of upgrades, considering the fact that we just see Flamyblade going for mass units. He's got no upgrades whatsoever quite yet. He does have his double forge now researching away, but as you can see, it's quite far behind Dragon's upgrades. And it looks like Dragon did go for the orbital command. Wants to play greedy and get his eco up. But Flammy's third has been faster, and Dragon's never really been ahead in the food count either. And Flammy's going for a much stronger attack army. I mean, look at it. Colossi is now getting his blink up. I don't see any Templar Archives on the field yet, but if you can get that up starting soon, that'll be really unfortunate for Dragon, because Dragon's quite marine heavy. And that's just going to go to show that the Colossi are going to have a really easy time in terms of dealing a lot of damage. Dragon will be able to push forward and kill off that single Stalker. But with the Marines coming in, they have to spread nicely. These Vikings are going to have to pick off Colossi and make sure that the Colossi don't get to just destroy the Marines, because 4 Colossi are out right now. And that's a lot of Marine death that will be coming their way. Okay, so... looks like Dragon... Oh, Dragon! There's a creep tumor there. Unless he already killed the creep tumor, in which case he can actually get that base, but that's a nice little touch. Looks like he did manage to kill the creep tumor. Nice. So he's going to have that island base. Good use of that little part of the map. We're going to see the push out coming from Flammy? No. He just guarding shield and thought Dragon was going to be attacking. Yeah, but yet he saw Dragon coming in. He saw with the Stalker that ended up dying from the Marauder that the attack is kind of getting ready, but 5 Colossi are coming in. Looks like the factory will scout everything. There is no charge. And look at the upgrades. We see that the +2 armor has not even been started yet. But now we're going to have the engagement. No, I think Dragon feels comfortable. This is going to be really bad for him if he actually chooses to engage. It looks like he's going to try and come in. There's the stim. We're watching him run around there. Guardian shield is up. We have force fields down. But Dragon is going to get ripped apart by the Colossi. His Marines are going down. Flamyblade is doing so much damage right now. Looks like the Vikings are going to be enough to kill the Colossi. Now we see Dragon stimming, trying to run forward. But there's so many